The NBA is one of the toughest businesses to survive in even after a player has a career year. Injuries cost players entire seasons and sometimes their careers. Trades and roster moves take players from optimal situations to ones where their skills suddenly aren't maximized. Sometimes, a player's talent just disappears in the blink of an eye. Here are 10 of the greatest one-year wonders in NBA history. Jeremy Lin, 2012. For a brief period in 2012, Jeremy Lin was the talk of the NBA after he was picked up off the waiver wire by the Knicks, who were simply looking for some point guard depth after a rash of injuries to their rotation. Lin's run in New York got off to a slow start. During his first month with the Knicks, he appeared in just 9 games, but everything changed on February 4th, 2012 against the New Jersey Nets. Lin came off the bench and poured in 25 points to go with 7 assists. 2 nights later against the Jazz, Lin scored 28 points to go with 8 assists. Then, at Madison Square Garden against Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, Linsanity was officially born when Lin went off for 38 points on 13 of 23 shooting to lead the Knicks to their 4th straight win. Lin was a mega hit in New York. The Knicks, whose season looked like it was heading down the drain with injuries to Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire, were the hottest ticket in the league. In 26 games that season, Lin averaged 18.5 points and 7.6 assists. He even found a spot on Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People list, beating out slews of more deserving NBA stars. But Linsanity didn't last long. The Rockets shelled out big-time money to get him in free agency, but injuries and poor shooting led him to the bench. The fanfare around the point guard faded, and Lin was traded to the Lakers and has since bounced around the NBA. He spent the 2018-19 season with the Toronto Raptors, but has since returned to play professionally in China. Michael Carter-Williams, 2013. When Michael Carter-Williams entered the NBA as the 11th overall pick by the Philadelphia 76ers in 2013, he immediately looked like a future NBA star. Carter-Williams averaged 16.7 points per game on his way to Rookie of the Year honors and had the look of a franchise point guard, something the 76ers had lacked since Allen Iverson. But his run in Philadelphia was short-lived, and perhaps 76ers management saw the writing on the wall before the rest of us. The 76ers cut ties with Carter-Williams in 2015 when he was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks and his NBA career began to derail. Carter-Williams is still in the league and played the 2019-20 season with the Orlando Magic, but has been a backup point guard ever since and hasn't shown many signs of returning to the player he was during his rookie year. Tyreke Evans, 2009. Shortly after the Sacramento Kings selected Tyreke Evans number 4 overall in the 2009 draft, the 6'5" point guard out of the University of Memphis looked like a future NBA star. As a rookie, Evans averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, becoming just the 3rd rookie in NBA history, along with LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Oscar Robertson, to average at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. But once the scouting report on Evans got out, defenses began to piece together blueprints to effectively stop him. Evans' lack of a 3-point shot began to hamper him during his 2nd season, and he never became a truly efficient scorer. Evans has had a successful and long NBA career, which has spanned the last 10 seasons, but he never recaptured the glory that he enjoyed during a truly historical rookie year. Mike James, 2005. By the time Mike James reached Toronto in 2005, the journeyman point guard was believed to be over the hill and entering the twilight of his career. James won a title with the Detroit Pistons in 2004, but other than that, had not really accomplished anything special. At the age of 30, it was expected that Toronto would be one of his last stops. Instead, James turned back the clock with the Raptors and had a career year during the 2005-06 season, averaging 20 points, 6 assists, and 3.3 rebounds while shooting a career-high 47% from the floor and 44% from 3-point range. But James's unbelievable resurgence turned out to be a farce, and he never came close to averaging those career-high numbers again. James still played 7 more seasons where he bounced around to 6 different teams, even spending 1 season playing professionally in Turkey before stepping away for good in 2014. Richard Dumas, 1992. Richard Dumas' story is a cautionary one. He was drafted in 1991 by the Suns, but got suspended at the start of his rookie season for violating the NBA's substance abuse policy. So he journeyed across the globe and played in Israel, where he had some success. 1 year later, Dumas was back in the NBA for his rookie season, where he exploded onto the scene for Phoenix by averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds per game, while helping the Suns to an NBA 62 wins and an NBA Finals appearance. Dumas even received NBA All-Rookie Second Team honors for his efforts. but the wheels fell off for Dumas shortly thereafter. He was banned from the league for substance abuse again the next season, and then played only 54 games over the next 2 years for the Suns and Philadelphia 76ers, who tried to rejuvenate Dumas' career to no avail. Dana Barros, 1994. Dana Barros spent the first 4 seasons of his NBA career in Seattle as mostly a reserve player, averaging less than 10 minutes per game. But in 1994, Barros was dealt to the 76ers, where he blossomed. During the 1994-95 season, Barros exploded by averaging a career-high 21 points on career-high shooting numbers from the field and 3. He was also named to the All-Star team and was voted as the NBA's most improved player. Barros cashed in and signed with the Celtics the next summer, but he could never match the numbers he put up in Philadelphia. Barros regressed back to a bench player, and his averages again slumped to under 10 points per game like when he was with Seattle. Barros hung it up for good a few years later. Aaron Brooks, 2009. Aaron Brooks' career year came in just his 3rd NBA season when the undersized point guard started in all 82 games for the Houston Rockets and averaged 19.6 points across 35.6 minutes per game and won the NBA's Most Improved Player award. Brooks never came close to approaching that scoring average again across the rest of his career, which spanned 11 years, but did prove to be a valuable role player. Brooks bounced from Houston to Phoenix, Sacramento, back to Houston, Denver, Chicago, Indiana, and Minnesota before he called it quits. Brooks also spent a season playing overseas in China during the NBA lockout in 2012. Devin Harris, 2009. The 5th overall pick out of Wisconsin in 2004, Devin Harris's NBA career got off to a slow start. He averaged under 10 points per game across his first 3 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks, but Harris took off after a midseason trade to the New Jersey Nets in 2008. He averaged 15.4 points per game with New Jersey that season, and then a career-high 21 points per game a year later to go with 7 assists. Harris's numbers gradually dropped off, and his scoring slipped to 15 points per game in 2011 and under 10 points per game in 2013. He enjoyed a long 15-year career, but Harris's time near the top of the NBA was short-lived. Don May, 1970. Way back in 1970, Don May briefly looked like he was going to be a contributor on a vaunted New York Knicks squad that would ultimately capture the NBA title that season. The Knicks scooped up May in the 3rd round of the 1968 draft after he spent 3 seasons at the University of Dayton, where he averaged 22 points per game. While May was part of the Knicks team that won the NBA title in 1970, his actual court time was pretty limited, and May only averaged 6 minutes per game with the Knicks during their championship season. But after the Buffalo Braves drafted him in the expansion draft that summer, May took off. In 2 seasons, he averaged 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. At just 25 years old, it looked like May would have a long career ahead of him. However, a trade to the Hawks cut down May's abilities, and within a few seasons, he was down to averaging just 2 points and 5 minutes per game. He retired as a champion in 1975, but could never recapture the magic of his stellar 1970-71. Bobby Simmons, 2004. A 2nd-round pick by Seattle in 2001, Bobby Simmons was quickly traded to the Wizards and then wound up with the Clippers in 2003. During the 2004-05 season, he broke out in a big way, averaging 16.4 points and 6 rebounds per game, numbers which helped him win the NBA's Most Improved Player award that year. Simmons parlayed his success into a contract with the Milwaukee Bucks, but after a strong season in 2006 when he averaged 13.4 minutes per game, Simmons missed the entire next 2007 season with an ankle injury. He played for 5 seasons after the injury, but was never the same, wrapping up his career with the Clippers in 2012.